Hello there. In this video, we're going to build our checkout page for our project. So let's go. Let's go in here. Let's just see what spacing we've got. I wonder whether we need a bit more spacing. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I'll leave it as 8 for now. Let's add the image in. So we are on the backpack. So I need this. Let me just copy this out. Let's just put it up here for the moment. Okay, let's just attach it all for the moment. So I need the image. I also need the overlay. Where does the overlay sit? So I think the overlay sits here. Okay, let me just remove any auto layouts for the moment. I don't think there is any others. So we need an image that is this size. Okay, so I just experimented a few times, broke the image a number of times, and I think the best thing to do is take a copy of what we had from the card over here, and all I've done is I've just scaled it down to the right size that we need. So I'm just going to Command C on it here, and I'm just going to go in here and let's just paste that in. I'm just going to delete out the old one. Just going to select the image, move that over to the left. Okay, and that'll be our first basket item done. Okay, so I'm just going to add another item to our basket. So I'll speed this part up and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, there we go. We've added the second item to the basket. So let's move across and let's just see what we have left. So we've got the discount, the button, and we've got another discount code item up here. Let's just copy those across. Let's just pop those. Let's just drag those over. Let's just pop them there. And I think we're missing the discount code bit as well. Let me just drag that across so I remember. Okay, let's just Command C. Now let's Command V, pop that in there. Let's just set that to full width. Let me just delete that out for a moment. Just pop that at the top. Let's delete out some of these old bits as well. Some random things laying around. Let's just grab a button while I remember. Pop that in there as well. Set that to full container. Let's just update that to pay now. Okay, so I'm going to update the colors and the typography. So I'm just going to do that really quick now. Okay, there we go. So I've added the discount code section in, and then I've added the summary there as well. And then we've got the pay now button beneath. I think that's most of it done actually. So now I go up here. We've got contact, billing, delivery, payment. There's the footer down there. And then we've got the basket on the right hand side. Okay, so just looking at the other page here, we've got 64 pixels above and below. Let's do something similar. So let's bring it to 64. Let's just select all these containers here. Let's bring them up so that meets 64 as well. Okay, let's move up the footer. I think on other designs it's about 48, so let's have a look. So 48, let me just have a look at some of these. That's 48, yeah, that's 48 as well. Okay, let's go with 48. Let's just bring the contact page, let's select it. Let's bring that frame all the way up so it snaps to the bottom of the footer. Okay, let's delete those images there. Okay, so also while I'm here, let's just rename this frame to checkout. I think we've got everything, so let's just press Command /. And let's just compare. So we've got navigation, we've got the secure checkout, contact info, billing info, delivery, payment, footer, and basket. Press Command /. Let's get those back again. I'm just going to move that wireframe beneath here. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's click on the checkout. Let's go up here and let's do a preview. Let's open that in a tab. Okay, so here we are in full screen mode. Let's go from the top down. So we've got the navigation, secure checkout, contact info, we've got billing info, we have got, what else do we have? Delivery information, payment information. It does actually look like there's a bit of a spacing issue here. So I'm just going to look at that in a second. And then we've got a basket here on the right. Let's just go back to the designs. And let's turn on grids at the same time. Let's go in here. One of these doesn't feel like it's set to fill. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, so that's not set to fill. Okay, so that pushes that out a bit, but as you can see, these don't really align with the grid, and I think it's because the space between is set to 24 and it needs to be 32. So let me just do that quickly. 32, 32, and 32. Let's just go down, make sure there's no others. Okay, there's one there. Change you to 32. And this is why it's useful to have grids, just to turn them on and off, just to see if everything's aligning. Let's just turn that off, go back to our preview, and hopefully everything is now in place. So navigation, heading, secure checkout, we've got contact info, billing info. Yeah, all those things seem to be spaced accordingly. Yeah, we've got delivery information, payment information into the footer. And just on the right here, we've got our 2 items in the basket. And then we've got the summary here, and then we've got pay now. Okay, let's go on the keyboard. Let's go left on the arrows. Okay, let's go from the home page. Let's see where we started, and let's go across the different pages. So home page, got our latest courses, FAQs, reviews. Click right, we've got our About Us page, all those different cards at the top, our benefits, our mission, and then into the footer. Click right again, our courses and merch page, all the different courses, all the different merchandise that we added. And then we've got our contact page here, looking good. You can drag and drop files, got our office details there, and then the footer. And then click right again, and then we've got our checkout page here that we've just done. And there we go. So all looking very good. Let's just close that down. I think we are all done. So let's move and zoom out a little bit. So yeah, I think that's everything. I'm just going to close down certain files because I don't need them open anymore. Go back to home. Let's open up the project overview. And let's just go back to our original overview that we started with. So let's have a look at the project brief again. So in short, we needed to create a style guide and a design system for a new website. So the pages were the landing page, so that's home, the course shop and merch, the checkout and the contact. So we needed to do some competitor research, which we did. Moving on to the style guide elements. So we've got our colors, we've got our typography, we've got our imagery and iconography guidelines as well. Design system components, we've created reusable components, we've got a grid as well that we can use, and the deliverables, a style guide with colors, typography and icon usage, which we have, and a design system with reusable components and mock-ups for the website's key pages, which we now have in our designs file here. So I think if you were going to hand off this file, you'd probably tidy it up, remove some of the pages like the playground, and then you could export and send over all these designs to your client along with the design system files as well. So well done for getting to the end and building out this project with me. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for getting to the end. So like and subscribe, all of those things, and I will see you next week for another video. See ya. Surprise, surprise, we have more rubbish. We have a random finger that you can use for Halloween. We've got some teeth. We have pirate gold, always useful. Got a transformer, and we've got whatever that is. I don't know what that is. I wonder how many of you get to the end of these videos and see these little bits that I do at the end. Or maybe it's better just not knowing. So if you got to the end of this series and you liked it, check out the website, because there's going to be more courses on there. Check out my channel, there's going to be loads of videos on there. And yeah, I will see you next week for another video. See ya. Just found a pack of cards. As you do. I think that sums me up.